Broadcast is now starting.
We should start looking at our news announcements today. And I see today no events. No events.
Nothing.
Nothing. Nothing. So, to start with, folks, I see a level on NASDAQ here, the upper level 72, 70 level. If it breaks, we're going to go to 73.10. That's what I see. Meanwhile, NASDAQ has gone up so much, it has a chance to retrace, yet I need to find a level if I want to short it. So we don't have anything. All I see is we have a lot of attraction levels lower. Nothing else. All the attraction levels at this time are lower. YM, we have a do or die level. I mentioned that. It was a bit obvious here. So I put it on Slack. And we're going to look at crude. Crude is still bullish. I don't have anything at this time. Let me look at bigger frames. Yep, it is still bullish. I'm leaving the crude alone for now. Let me look at we will have a little bit of a slow start. I can see that. I don't think we have anything of value at this time. The market is thin. Yeah, I don't like the crude. Nothing. Gold. What do I have on gold? Yeah, I'll wait. I'll wait, folks. I see the gold possibly bearish, but I think to start with, it will go up and then down. I don't have anything on gold. Copper was a level that I picked on Thursday. A couple of levels. I actually called a trade on copper on Thursday. It went in the positive, but it was tough. And then I called an exit with any profit. So, anybody got 2-3 ticks and I was out. On CL, I am not on CL. Good morning. We had a very nice reversal call on CL, trade call, swing call. I think, was it Thursday? No, Wednesday, I think. But this time I don't have anything. It will take a lot of patience. So, and we are used to it. Members are used to Mondays to be slow. We try.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Go ahead.
Oops, I'm sorry, Simon. No, but that's because of the Supreme Court justice. The markets are kind of trading in a range right now, waiting for the news on the Supreme Court justice announcement.
Okay. Usually markets Mondays are a bit. We prepare for the rest of the week. by doing our Monday stop-down analysis and levels. As you see, there's no movement, so I don't get involved. In a nutshell, folks, I wait for the good opportunities, and sometimes it takes a full session to find one or two trades. Meanwhile, anybody has any questions about what we do, about anything, about trading, about instruments, about levels, please ask. Otherwise, we'll be bored. I'm used to being bored because that's what I do. I wait for opportunities. Fail. Levels on CL. Let me look at the daily. Let me bring another chart, okay? Let me change this to weekly. I'm changing a chart to weekly. All right. Good morning, Gary. Just give me a second. On the weekly, okay, on the weekly, possibilities to see 76. It's still an uptrend. Here's what I see. 75.50. A break of 75.50. Here I see 75.50. Possible. Also, a break of it is going to go to 78. Okay. In terms of reversals, I don't see anything yet. I'm looking at shorter term. Nothing. We're just hovering in this area. I see nothing. I can't. I really don't have any levels at this time. Okay, we have a level for today. we might see the crude coming back down to it. I see 73.50 here. Possible tools arrow. Possible short to. So if we find a short, we might find it coming to 73.50. Why? Because it was a knife. We call it a knife level trade. I don't know if you remember with us, Phil, or not. But members understand there's a certain level of in the profile. We call it knife, and if the market bounces from it, there's a chance about 70% that the market is coming back down to it same day. But this is a long-term knife, so it might take maybe a longer time, maybe end of today, maybe tomorrow, maybe later. But this is what I see for now. It's very confusing at this time, and there's nothing wrong of being confused, because that will tell me not to get in, not to avoid anything on crude. And you can see it's very slow. What was the crude entry that we called? I called on, was it Tuesday last week? It was very nice. The crude has been very difficult. And what was it to me, Daryl?
Well, I got down 72.80.
Yes.
Yesterday, yes, because we had Canada Day and July 4th, so it was very cut up last week.
72.80. Yeah, here. Tuesday, actually, long. I said 72.80 is the last point of defense, and if you look at your charts, it actually came to 72.80 on Tuesday, and it bounced back up. 72 here. So stop was at 72.70, and right now it's 73. So a couple of 100 ticks it went. We exited, I think, the runner for 100 ticks or more, 140 ticks. But that was it. That was the only level that I found, the only trade that I found in a while on the crude. The market, if you noticed, folks, has become a bit more difficult than the past in terms of stability. So therefore, patience is required, really. You have to be very patient. And let me look. Let me see if more. Euro, no, I don't have anything on the euro, and I'm trying to be a bit conservative when it comes to my charts. I'm using my backup internet for today. Yeah, the gold, we know it's related, yes. Yeah, it is very slow. Very, very slow.
So why we're slow? Has anybody been watching the FIFA tournament?
Not me.
No, all the teams that were expected to be in it are out.
Not me. I'm not even watching. I'm joking. I'm addicted to it.
France, England,
Croatia.
Croatia, and who's the fourth one?
Um, Not Denmark. Belgium.
Belgium, that's right.
For the first time in the World Cup history, um, Brazil, Argentina, or Germany, one of them is not in the quarterfinals. First time.
Spain, how does Spain usually do? Doesn't Spain usually kind of make it there a little bit?
Spain, everybody pays attention to it. One of the best teams, but they end up. They got the World Cup in 2010.
Mm-hmm.
One of the best teams since the early days. But I don't know. They don't play to win. They play to entertain. Usually, yeah. Yeah. Belgium is. They make good chocolate too. Well, I was expecting a boring game between England and Sweden, but really it was a very exciting game. Both teams are, very famous to being defensive, etc. But the game was amazing. I enjoyed it.
The Russia Croatia game that
Oh,
was exciting.
yeah, it was nice too. Chocolate, yeah, that's funny. So true, so true. Um, We are waiting, folks, for something, for some moves. Where's my NASDAQ? 9:30, and we have some movements. Okay. No, NASDAQ is breaking higher, most likely. Let's wait and see. Good morning, Brad. Yeah, YM, as I was expecting, it is going up. NASDAQ is also going up. Good morning, Michael. Let me test something. Okay. All right, we might have some possibility for a NASDAQ reversal. Not yet, not yet, not yet, not yet, folks. NASDAQ next level, no, that's the YM. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Not comfortable with the NASDAQ. No. Let me double check if we have a level on YM. Okay, YM, we have a possibility short, possibility short from here, but I'm waiting. Let's see. We have a level here to deal with on YM. At 246.40 area. We have a resistance on YM in this area. Tools, rectangle, here. Possible resistance, okay? It's very sensitive area, but you have to wait. Let's see, I don't have stops at this time, so I cannot really call it. But I see resistance. Let me double check with the longer term. Huh? No, I don't like. No, I don't like it. I don't like it. No. No, I don't like it. I mean, if I don't know the stop, I see the resistance coinciding with these traction levels, but it's a weak resistance, so I leave it alone. Leave it alone. Imagine if this is the top of the day. Wow. But no, I don't feel bad if I miss a trade, or no, I don't have a stop loss for this yet. I'm looking at my long-term charts now. Nothing. I mentioned the crude has a chance to come back down to this blue line. It is actually coming down to this blue line. We have nothing now. More attractions coming higher. Russell. No need to panic. There's nothing there. Not yet. Good morning, Harish. Typical Monday. Questions? Anybody? Yeah, I see those. I see exactly what you see, Brad. The levels here. Same thing I see. Look at this flashing uh, level, but it is bullish. Nasdaq. First thing in the morning, I mentioned it's bullish. It could be we have some minor levels, and any minor levels can bring it down today, but I'm not interested in that. Yeah, I'm interested in this. Scalping, you might get a couple of scalps, but for me to find a stable move. $71? No, I don't see it. I don't see a scalp at 71. I mean, I don't see safety because you don't know your stop. The level that I mentioned, um, David, this level was not a trade scalp. Maybe you just joined us now. This was when I did my first analysis on Nasdaq. I said if it breaks this line, good morning, Balraj. If it breaks this line, it's going to go up to this other line. So careful. No, today, so far nothing. I don't see any hopes. Maybe later this afternoon. For those who are trying us out, did you sign up for Slack too? Slack access should be part of your trial too. If you're here for the first time or you never seen us before, you never attended our trials, please let me know. There are a few things I have to explain. Maybe if you went to the website, the things that you were looking for, you already found them. But between myself and Daryl, we can explain system, what do we do, um, how we support the members.
Definitely, that's what we're here for. I started off just like everybody else here as a student. Simon does a terrific job on calling levels and having patience. Brad is our room scalper.
Yeah. We do have a possibility scalp long on NASDAQ from here. Thank you. Support 7270 area. Let's wait and see if there's anything that we can call. Not yet. These are just levels, not trade calls. You have to wait and see. Nothing yet. Nothing yet. Nothing yet. I don't like it. It's poking lower, and I don't like it. YM. YM. I don't like it, folks. It's just I don't like. move it. Here's what I do, folks. In trading, when you're trading, you will find every day, if you're looking at the market, you will find many levels that fall into one or two categories that you're looking at, and you usually, what you do, you're gonna take those, thinking, you know what, it might work, and it might work, and it might not work. So I don't need to expand on what happens after, because that that's not trading. That is trying your luck. We have the same thing. We have trades or levels or moves that fall into specific criterias into our trading methodology. But you don't see me calling all these trades or typing them on. No. Everything has to fall in place. Everything has to work. And I pick only the trades that I see maximum reward, minimum risk. If you see our trades, our trading results, you will see that we don't take many trades. We don't call many trades, and the stops are very small, because I will wait for them to come to the level that I picked. If I miss it, I miss it. I don't care if it comes closer or if it exceeds it, or it has to be. There has to be discipline and patience, uh, and that's what we provide too. The methodology is very solid, very strong.
Absolutely strong. And we have days too when Simon just sits there and trains on scalper. I mean, Brad's an ideal scalper, and Simon will sit there and here's a trade, pull off 5-7 ticks. Here's a trade. I mean, if you want to scalp, great, but like Simon said, your maximum reward, minimum risk. So we're looking for the big swings a lot of times, which is terrific. Sorry, that was the dog barking in the background there.
Don't worry. I like
it wasn't me. It wasn't me barking.
I like dogs. I'm afraid there might be a demand for the market to retrace lower. Overall, this area on NASDAQ, remember just a few minutes earlier, Brad and I talked about it, 7280 level, right, Brad? But you said it's strong. There might be a demand here to bring it lower. So let's see. I didn't like it because I didn't see a stop. By the way, if I see a clear entry, or sorry, if I see a clear move, and yet I don't see a stop loss for it, I don't call it. I will mention it. I will tell my members that there's a level. Some members will not care because they do options. They will take it with options, and they don't care about a small stop or a large stop, as long as it moves in their favor on that day. So I don't call out trades that I don't see stops for. Like, for example, I mentioned the crude is coming down to this line, right? First thing in the morning. But did I say, let's go short, or this is no, I said I don't have a stop loss. I don't know when. Sometimes today it's going to come back down to this. So, patience is key. RTY, let's see what we have. Now it's going to be a very tough level. I don't like it, folks. Nasdaq is going back up, have a bigger support in the area, but let me see if there's any good entries. I am looking at 58 level actually, yes, but see the stop loss is going to be an issue for me on Nasdaq. See, no. I see the Nasdaq to go up, but the stop loss will be an issue for me. I don't have anything. Are you in, Brad? Do you take it? 59, 60? Very good. Careful, you have to exit here, right here, 69. This is a unknown now. I don't see anything. You see on RTY, I have this move, but I don't have an exact stop loss. So, but I see the RTY going to 1710 level. Attracted to 1710. Okay, but I don't have a stop loss. I don't know where it's going to stop before it goes up. At this time, I don't. It has to come back to me to a level where I could see. And Nasdaq, I see 53 at this time, as well as 58. Did you exit at 68 here? 60. I told you when I mentioned you need to exit. This was a level that 67. Very good. Very good. It is a bit confusing, a bit tough. I can see some small scalps for so far. But I don't see any big moves yet. Not yet. No, man. Come on, YM. Show me something. Uh-huh. Crude. Look at the crude. It broke that level either. Easily. Okay, looking at the crude now. You still holding copper, Daryl?
Absolutely.
2.88.
Didn't. Yep. Didn't hit my level, and I'm patient.
Good. Crude. I see 73 to be support, but it's a very small support. Wow. Your DRL level hit here on crude, but don't like it. RTY is moving very badly. It's back and forth, but I can see it going up, as I mentioned, 1710. I don't see any trades or any, I cannot call anything yet. For those who joined us just now, I don't call trades unless I know my stop loss. I know my levels and the stops. Everything has to be clear. That's why I'm very patient.
Got to remember, we want to teach you good habits, not bad habits.
It is important, yes. That's important. I see support at 73 on crude, and it's good for a scalp initially, and hopefully it will turn to a move back up. But other than that, I don't see anything else on crude. That's what I see. Right at 73, right here. YM is encountering a lot of resistance. There it goes. See? 73, it moved 2-3 ticks immediately. See? Just a scalp, I said. And hopefully it will continue. But to start with, you can only do a scalp. See that? Anybody in this? Now you have to have a stop loss just below 73 or just below the low. You cannot have a bigger stop. ETF on crude, I don't. Yeah, probably. No, let me look. Hold on. Let me look. I was looking at a different chart. Yeah, yeah, maybe, but you cannot have a stop loss below 73, below 72.95 or so on ETFs. John, you took crude. Good. First target must be off now, and you have a stop loss just below the low. Very good. If you paid attention to this scalp call on crude, I'll explain a few things. Who's here? Who's here with us for a trial, so I can explain this scalp trade call on crude 73 long, which I just called. Phil. Okay, good. Anybody else? Christopher, Abby, Bill. Okay, good. So you understand that I called 73 scalp long, and I said, what else did I say? I said, hopefully, if it stays in our favor, it's going to go complete reversal. Your stop loss has to be just below the low. So very small stop within a few ticks. And I mentioned 73 in particular, correct? Now, you noticed before I put this line, what was here? We had a DRL, dynamic reversal level here on a 120-minute chart. What else did we have here? Do you remember? That is gone now because it touched it. We have one of these magenta lines right here. Yes, you noticed that? But because it's a dynamic indicator called Simon's attraction levels, SAL, S-A-R, S-A-L, Simon's attraction levels, or strategic attraction levels, the market touched it and it's gone because it's filled. Thank you, Lloyd. Yes. So here's how it works. Here's how this SAL indicator works. First of all, we had a level on crude, and we had another level on crude this morning. I said the crude is coming back down to this price, and this was the blue line that I put earlier here. You see this blue line? And my early morning analysis, first thing in the morning, see 8:30, 8:45 when I opened the room, I said we have crude coming down to this level. I did not call a trade. I said it's coming down to this level. It actually came back down around 10 here just now, and it broke it. Now it's 10, 12. It broke it after 10. It came back down. Then I said 73 is going to be a scalp long. And this is what it represents. The blue line was in the middle here. The market came down and it broke it. It came to this level. This was 73. And this level is basically stemming from volume profile, folks. Nothing I do without volume profile. And if I look at my volume profile, here's an example of volume profile right here. See, I look at volume profile. So when the market was coming down to 73, just before 73, I noticed that magenta line was sitting here at the bottom. Let me give you an example. This is the magenta line, and let me color it magenta, for example, here. Okay. So that was your magenta line. So now we have at this level, before the market came to it, first of all, volume profile agreed on that long. Volume profile agreed on that long. Second, magenta line agreed on that long. Third, we had also a DRL, dynamic reversal level. You see this 120-minute chart? This is a third indicator. And all these indicators are based on volume. So now I mentioned it's only good for a scalp to start with. You heard me saying that, right? Because the next level, that is another continuation level, it was just below it, right here. You see this? Just below it. So I thought if it breaks it a little bit lower than 73, it might continue down even lower. So it's good only for a scalp, first target, and then and have a stop below the low and let the other one run. The contract, the movement run. So now we got first target, maybe 5-6 ticks you folks got, and we have another 25 ticks move up. And that's what the strategy will teach you. If you want to be a scalper or a swing trader, both options are available. For me, to run this room, I will focus on swing trades, big trades, but also teach these and call these scalps. Make sense? Any questions?
Simon, guys, my name is Daryl Swanson. I'm a sales manager here in the room, and take that with a grain of salt. But I can tell you this: I was with Simon over 4.5 years ago. I followed Simon for 4.5 years, and his levels and what he teaches is absolutely impeccable. He teaches you patience. He teaches you just let the markets come to you, and his dynamic indicators, which is based off of volume, are very, very powerful. I mean, I have yet to find anybody that doesn't take advantage of Simon's that can't be very profitable in the room. You just got to learn his methodology and learn it. It's not rocket science, people, but Simon's indicators are based off of a dynamic, not a static, dynamic indicators.
Christopher, what do you mean? Like, see me take the trade or on the room? No, I don't. My job is to call out the trades. Most of them will be typed in the room if there are swing trades, because that's what I do in the room. For scalp, I will type them here. So for folks to see them ahead of time, I will first type the entry. The resistance of the support area. And if the market comes to these areas and I see entries, and I will type them. These are for swing relaxed trades. But when it comes to a scalp, sometimes I can't even type it because it's very fast. By the time I type it, the first target is gone and the market moved. So I will give a heads up, and the students are trained on seeing these levels too and understanding the signals, etc. So you're welcome. It's scalping. It's tough. No, I didn't mention a stop. I said it's only good for a scalp. Yes, it's good for a scalp because the stop should be just below the 73 level, maybe 5 ticks max. Because as I said, if it breaks it, it's going to go even lower. And students understand that it has to be very small. And if you did ETFs, then you're good. Or somebody maybe did short-term options. No stop, no trade. Exactly. It will take maybe a few more days, a few more hours of watching me and understanding this. It's very relaxed. I try and get only the good moves. If I can catch them, I put them on the on Slack too, and they are not very frequent. So they last what was it? 30 calls we did last month. Daryl, did you count the amount of calls for the month?
I did. No, I didn't actually go back and look at it. It was, yeah, it was between 28 and 32, 33, I believe it was.
That was it, the whole month. And these are relaxed trades, swing trades. Some of them would fail, but the failure is within a few ticks, not a big deal. Look at the crude moving. By the way, the crude is attracted to, for now, 73, 70. This level is important. Remember the blue line. So if anybody's in it, you could basically, probably you exited by now. It's 50 ticks in the profit. You probably exited, or 45 ticks. But the idea is for you to understand what we do and how we call out these trades and how to benefit from these very, very strong dynamic indicators that we have. Nothing better than having triple, double confirmation.
If you don't mind my asking, John, Phil, Abe, I hope I'm pronouncing you know, Bill, I want to say Lloyd. How did you guys, yeah, how did you guys hear about the room? I had a friend of mine that recommended me Simon's room, and I am so grateful that he said, you need to go in there and just try this. Oh, Dr. Dean. No, Dean, that's right. Yeah, you got it off. Okay, I know where you got that. Yep.
Google search Abby or Abe.
You should applaud Google search because there's a lot of crap out there. I can tell you that right now, guys.
YM is in a continuation zone, folks. I don't like to see a reversal yet. It's in a continuation zone. I see all the way up to 24/7 to here. Here, I see this now. So careful. I think we missed an entry on. I missed an entry, or we missed a level on RTY. RTY one more down, and we might see a long. I might call a long. So RTY, support and possible long at 1700 area if it comes back down to it. Okay.
Oh, John, you've been here 3 years.
John is a member.
One
yes.
more. Oh, John is a member. Gotcha. Good. Simon will teach you a lot of patience, and you'll learn. I mean, I don't have any fingernails because I used to get in, you know, I tried rooms. I tried other rooms and whatnot like that. And you sit there when a trade goes against you and you're negative, and all of a sudden you're, oh my gosh, you're biting at the bit. You learn patience with this, and you learn to control your stop loss, or you learn to control your risk. Correct, Simon?
Absolutely. It's just basically patience, folks. Knowledge, I can give you the knowledge. Look what we have. If I show you the members area that we offer, let me just log into it. This is the members area. So the knowledge is here, and you're with me daily, right? Where is it? You're with me daily, so you can ask questions, etc. Okay, so the knowledge is here, and you're with me daily, and you can ask questions, and we do a lot of education in the room too. But nothing would work unless you're patient and wait and don't get into a revenge trade. Don't get into just because you feel like trading. Doesn't work like that. Terry, I don't look at ES, to be honest with you. Maybe once in a blue moon I would look at ES, and maybe not even ES. I look at SPX 500, and maybe I would call a directional trade based on SPX 500. But ES I don't look at. We look at uh, different instruments that are fast, dynamic, a bit more exciting, uh, and we look at enough. I think to add the ES, it's going to be a bit tough. Plus, the main the main thing that I offer is learning how to look at the market's logic and how to pick these trades with very good accuracy. And of course, you will benefit also from my trade calls, from the Slack, from the training daily. So, I don't want to add more confusion, more instruments to this. By the way, we have a lot of ES traders that they basically trade ES without me calling it even in the room, because we have students, they know the levels, they learn the methodology. The methodology is the same. Look, these are the this is a Slack for members. Look, they talk about ES. See, ES. They trade ES members. They look at ES and they call levels for each other. They help each other. So it is common amongst our students. Who's holding the crude? John, what do you like? What do you see in it? Do you see it going up? I see if it breaks the blue, it is going to go to a new high. So if it breaks the blue line here, it might go all the way to 75.60. Remember this? First thing in the morning, I said we have 75.60 possible if it breaks the high. So careful. You're welcome, Terry. I don't like to to expand on this. Email me and I will talk to you, or I will. I don't like to. Yeah, don't worry. You know, uh, I really don't like to, you know, talk about other rooms, other educators. It's not. My job is to do what I have to do. Some people find joy in bashing others, um, and some people don't care. They just do what they have to do. So
No, we're not here to bash other rooms, and there are other rooms out there, guys. There's 1,500 plus rooms out there, and a lot of them are garbage. I will tell you that.
and I'll tell you, the
It
person that you mentioned was a member with, it was a student. So
I wouldn't put my name on something. I can tell you this, guys. I live in Minnesota. For those of you that don't know, that's God's country. It's Simon wishes he lives over here in Minnesota.
yeah, right. More cold. It's enough cold. We have 8 months of cold here, man. It's enough.
Guys, I am not, and I will never be here to mislead you. But I will tell you, you will not find a more honest, integrity, compassionate person as Simon to teach you and help you in your trading and make you a very profitable trader. I can tell you that, heartfelt. And if you have any questions you want to shoot to me at sales@thetraderinstitute.com, I'm not going to sit there and deceive you. I will give you my honest, full-blown, whatever I can do to help you to make a decision. But I will tell you this, don't expect the room to just be for free, because this is well worth every cent of it.
I am waiting for something to happen. Nothing yet, folks. I was hoping for the RTY to give me something at the bottom of the move right here, but it did not touch the level. Overall, maybe the Nasdaq will give us something. Okay, where's Nasdaq? Thank you, John. Exactly, exactly. And with time, you will also understand. For those who are in a trial, you will see more. I see some levels on Nasdaq. I just don't want to. No. Here's why I don't do just the room. Because the room is I have over 1,000 members throughout the years. And this room is designed to answer their questions and teach them too. It's not only for trade calls. So if I have just room people, just join me for the room calls, then I will be refraining from teaching or answering. So I don't do that. However, you can talk to Daryl about pricing, membership. Daryl will work with you. Thank you, John. Volume profile is key, yes. If you understand volume profile, folks, the way I explain it, I've been teaching this volume profile method for many, many years, focused on it. You will understand a lot of things. You have to learn the market's direction first. What the market wants to do is crucial. That's first thing you need to know. And that's an example. I told you the crude is coming back down to this level. It was at the top. We saw it coming down. I didn't call a trade because I didn't know at what time, at what point it will come down, but it came down sooner than I expected. When it touched 73, I said crude is going up from 73. It says quick scalp and hopefully it will remain long for those who want to continue the long. That's what happened. Look, 50 ticks move and over. So it is important to learn these things. It will save you a lot. Trading should not be random, should not be treated like gambling. I have a level that I like to benefit from on NASDAQ, but I need to find a stop loss. NASDAQ, I'm expecting the NASDAQ to reverse back up, but I really need to find a stop loss. Let me confirm that. I see 40.25, maybe. That's gonna be tight, man. Yeah, it's gonna be with a bigger stop. Let me look again. Yeah, it will be with a bigger stop. NASDAQ is attracted to go back up. I would say NQ support at 7240 area, expecting NQ to see a new high for today. YM is following exactly as I expected it. I will need to take a short break, folks. 5 minutes, maybe, for a quick tea refill and a quick bite. I'll be right back. 5 minutes, folks. Daryl, if you're staying here, if anybody has questions, please don't hesitate to answer them.
Gotcha.
I'll be 5 minutes, folks.
What do you mean no singing? You know, when Simon comes back, you'll have to get on him and ask him, come on, we want a moderator that sings. The idea is to have fun trading, guys. It doesn't have to be how do I want to say this? I tried many rooms, and I can tell you, I'm so glad that I got hooked up with Simon, and I won't ever go anywhere else just for the sole fact volume profile and dynamic indicators. I can tell you right now, I'm in a position of from what Simon called last week, I'm in a position of copper. And I've been holding it for 2 or 3 days. I don't recommend this to a lot of people, but I can tell you right now, I have patience. I have learned patience, and I look at it to come to the 2.88 level. And if anybody's ever in the Minnesota area and they want to get together and have a cup of coffee or have a drink or a toddy, or give me a shout. You got my cell phone on the website there. I'm down to earth person, grew up on a farm. That's all I know is a work ethic and trying to do things smart. Correct, John. Yep, they are leading. That's what, he brings up a great point. These are not like a lot of the indicators you get with any other trade package that, MACD, simple moving average, dynamic or exponential moving average, or these are forward-looking indicators. They're based off volume. If you understand how the markets move, a lot of the big boys will drive the markets to certain levels based off the volume. Yes, we do, Abe. We keep track. Like last month, we did over 1,900 plus ticks, and that's just what we recorded. That's not the trades that, Simon, a lot of times in the room, he'll call out a trade and say, this is a good level, but we don't record it because we didn't take the trade. And if you watch those calls, I mean, in all fairness, a lot of his trades, it's just like this, the one I just mentioned to you about copper. Simon did not call out to take that trade, but I have learned that when Simon sees certain levels, you learn to take advantage of these things and jump on them. What did you grow and raise on the farm? We raised beans and corn up in Minnesota.
I'm back. It was no, Phil, that was not a call. The call, you will see it clearly. Either I will call it with the stop loss entry, or I will type it as well. Either or, both sometimes. That's fine. That's fine. You can keep it because it might go to a new high. That's fine. For somebody who is trying us out, I recommend that you just sit back and relax. Don't do any don't do any trading. Just watch. You will comprehend it. You'll understand the method. I want you to understand what we do. We have still 3 more days besides today. So yeah, ETFs work. Thanks, Harish. Options as well. I watch the market after 12, and if there's anything, I will call it. Yes, it's on Slack. Do you have membership trial on Slack? Because you can get Slack also a trial between now and Thursday. It's offered in the same page. That Slack is this window here down. This window here, Phil. Slack is like a messenger. You can download it on your mobile or on your computer, and you can get these signals just like Skype or Viber or any messenger. See these? It's a normal. It's a mobile. It's also on mobile. So yes, the room will be closed after 12. but the trade calls or the levels will continue if I see them. Of course, in the summer, there will be less uh, trade calls after 12 or afternoon. But, you know, usually we, after we close the room, I still monitor the markets. The only instrument that is going according to the only indices going is the YM, smooth, nice. I'm looking to get something on RTY and Nasdaq. It will be tough. I need to find an entry below here, around 40 or lower. Otherwise, the stop loss is going to be very big. Crude, keep it. If anybody still in the crude, keep it. 75. Crude 70. I see 75. First of all, I see 74 to be an easy target, and then 75 after that. So I recommend that you keep at least to 74 area. Okay, keep the trade here, 74, 74.07 right here. So keep this trade to the high. Yes, and you see it started as a scalp. It started as a scalp within maybe 4 or 5 ticks risk. I said 73, and the stop just below it. Scalping, meaning scalp. When I say scalp, it means your stop loss has to be within probably 5, 6 ticks, no more. You see 44, Brad? You see what I have on 44? And what did you say? 53, 53.5. I have it at actually 55.5 resistance. expect a breakout on the Nasdaq if it goes above 57 or 56. I'm debating on the YM. YM is resistance. Just hit a major resistance. YM hit a big resistance at 24699. So let's see if we have a reversal coming up on YM. You see these magenta lines? I'll wait and see if the market is going to honor them very soon. Couple of things I want to bring to your attention, folks. I want you to look at this, everybody. It has a lot of information. Not comfortable with the YM. I want to find a good level on YM, but as much as I want to short the YM for a swing, I don't see a stop loss at this time on YM. I don't like. There's a confusion between long-term charts and small-term charts, and I will let it go. I will leave it alone for now. Yeah, there's the Nasdaq wants to go back up. There's a demand on that, and I have 60, 66 exactly. Look at what I have here. This is the magenta line. There's a big attraction on Nasdaq, and expecting this. If you're long, I think what price you got in long around 40s, or you're out, because I see it going to 66 as well. Okay, now we have YM showing something. Initially, the YM, I said if it breaks the upper line, this line, the middle line, it will go to the upper line, and it's so far is doing it. Folks, you might hear me discussing levels, entries, whatever with students. These are some of them are not official trades, such as the Nasdaq that Brad and I said is going to be long, and 40 level is support. Although I see Phil benefiting from it, who is not a member. But these are not trade calls. A trade call will be either me officially calling it, I will say, we go long at 73, for example, on crude, or I would type it, or call it and type it at the same time. So I'm very careful in calling these trades. Very, very careful. I don't like to call out a trade unless I see my risk ahead of time. I need to know my stop loss. Knowing the direction is not a big deal really with this method. Okay, 11 o'clock is coming up. Crude is a keeper. To me, it looks like it is going to exceed the this 70. It's going to go higher, and today I think 74.09 will be the final target if you want to get out. I see it going to 74, 30, 40 area or more, but I think from 73 to 74 will be sufficient as a target if you kept it. And how many of you kept it so far? Remember, it started with a scalp. So if you took 3 contracts, because that's what we do, we call out trades on 3 contracts. You take 2 out. If it's a scalp, maybe within 5 ticks, you take your first target and leave a runner with maybe a few ticks risk, which means even if you get stopped out, you take 5 on 2, that is 10, and you give out 5 on the runner, that's still plus 5 ticks. I saw directions on the instruments, different ways of levels, different ways of moving, but I did not call out any official trades, just pointed the levels, okay? Including the YM, I said if it breaks this line, it's gonna go higher to this line. Any questions? Okay, RTY. Okay, let's go short RTY. We have a short on RTY. Short on RTY. I'm sorry. It's YM. YM. YM short. Stop 30 for now. So if you can average 20, that's okay still. T1, I recommend 8 ticks. Basically, I recommend T1 at 08. So basically, 08 is going to be first target here. I recommend this. 08 is going to be more than 8 ticks, I think. Yeah, 18 is 19 is good too. So for now, this is what we have. So YM, I see 2, 4, 7, 08 to be T1. So that could be maybe 10 ticks for you, 8 ticks for some. And then I'll move my stop loss lower. I'll call a stop loss to be lower on YM. Okay, first target out. It's basically 10 ticks. If you, yeah, 10 ticks. Remember, sometimes my first target will be 30 ticks, 40 ticks, depending. But this time I wanted to have a stop loss at 8 to 10 ticks, and that was it. And that means we got 16 to 20 ticks. That covers up our stop loss. Remember, your stop loss is about 14 ticks, right? 13, depending on your entry, correct?
Correct.
Tenju. Now, I will leave it for maybe 20, 30 ticks and I'll get out. I don't see this to be the top of the day or top of the, I see some attraction lower. So far, I don't see it to be the top. Okay, on YM, here's the thing on YM. If you notice, this was not random, correct? The level was not random. Do you see this view? This view was there from first thing in the morning. When I logged into the room, this was my view. I said, if it breaks this line, it's going to go to the upper line. Was that random, folks? No, because it did it. And then when it got to the top line, I called it short. I said 15 or better, because it's, you know, it's a big area. I said if somebody misses 15, they can take 16, 17, 18, whatever, right? So nothing was random. Now I see it coming down, and I think I'll go to 80. I don't know. Let's see. Let's see if we're safe first. I will call out the last target soon. Moving stop 5 ticks lower. 25. Moving stop loss to 25. It's a safe trade, right? Let's assume the trade fails. On 3 contracts, you still are making a few ticks in profit. Worst case scenario. And that's what I look for, folks. That's what I look for. I look for opportunities to get in, either with a scalp or with a bigger, a scalp meaning a very small stop, or with a bigger stop when I have a very big swing, right? But regardless, both entries, I will call out the first target so you can secure your stops. and you will get to learn this style within probably a couple of weeks of learning the method, going to the members area, downloading or watching the videos, etc., and asking questions in the room. It's not hard. It's really not hard. The toughest part I noticed is patience and just keeping your head straight and trying to focus on the good trades only. Safety is key. Safety is key, really. That is a very good question, Phil. Phil is asking, take antidotes for being impatient. Well, first of all, one of the things that I do is to practice patience in the room and being relaxed. That will, hopefully teaches students, the members, to follow. Because if I follow the bad habits, if I insist on bad habits, the students will learn, and basically they will lose the taste for trading. So I follow the good habits, Phil, including patience and taking profits and making sure that I follow the levels, I stick to the levels, and I make sure that I don't chase a trade. But another thing I want to bring to your attention, if you go to this page, I will post it on, I will give it to everybody here on the chat. There's a page here, and it's also all this information you can find in the on the website. There's a page which is the landing page. Same information you can find on the website too, but this is concentrated. The page is, if you scroll down, this is the landing page for the links for the trial, but videos on volume profile, videos on pressure points, dynamic indicators. There's a video, and you can access Slack as a trial. You can watch our YouTube channels. I want you to focus on this link, Phil. There's free trading education, and I will show you what video to focus on. There's a major video here, adult ADD, right here, the guy with the brain. See this? And I'll post it, I'll give you the link as well on the chat.
The guy with the brain.
Yes. You have to watch this. It's funny.
It is. It's a very good video. I mean, I hadn't watched it in a couple years, and I watched it a couple times, and it is crucial.
You have to. You have to. You will understand your personality. It will help you not only in your daily trading decisions. Well, Bill says that he thought that was him. Everybody watches this video, they would think this guy is them, because it will talk to you in person, this video. Okay? It was made by Dr. Kenneth Reed, a person that I admire, and he did it long time ago, folks, and it still applies. It will help you not only in making your daily decisions in the trading, but also understand your own self, your family, your kids if you have kids, your friends. You will see a lot of things that you have not noticed in the past. So please, unless you're getting married today, Phil, you need to watch this video. You're welcome. The guy with the brain, okay? Stop loss is 25, yes. Did you take profits, Daniel? In a way that even if you get stopped out, you're still safe? You have to make sure that the system to be followed. If I get stopped out, I want to make sure that no, we take two contracts, first 2/3 on the first target to secure the stop. But I mean, you'll have your chance. We take two contracts, 2/3 out with the first target. Could be 8 ticks, could be 10 ticks, could be 20 ticks, depending. For example, I called a trade on copper on Thursday. Guess what my target was? I said, get out with any profit. Could be 1 tick, could be 2 ticks. Any profit, just get out. I didn't see it going smoothly. It ended up going up a little bit in our favor. Then it came back down, and then it was up 100 ticks after. So it was not smooth enough. I said, get out with any profit. So it's not, you have to be careful. With the strategy calls, yes, for 3 contracts. First target is usually on 2. It's always on 2 contracts. 2/3, 2/3, 1/3 left. We keep 1/3 for a runner, unless I specifically mention, okay, it's a 1 contract trade. Let's do 1 contract because I don't see a good stop loss or a very small stop. Or I would say, okay, let's do average. Let's average our entries. So there are different ways of dealing with this. Are you on the crude? No, I don't see, Billy. I wish. I don't see safety yet. Here's what I see. I also see the YM to have another level to go into before it comes back down, which is much higher, which is 70 to this level. So if it breaks 25, it can come back up to 40 as well. So for now, I'm just hoping for it to come back down to 24680, my last target. So once we are in the safety, if we don't get stopped out, I see us to get stopped out soon, unless it decides to break here. I cannot go above 25 for a stop loss. I will not recommend that. Okay. So for now, I am just holding. So worst case scenario will be a few ticks. But if we are in the safety, I will probably keep it to 80. It's a small trade. It's not a very big trade, but this level that I was looking for here, it was determined early in the morning from 8 a.m. or 8:50 or 9 o'clock when we logged in. I moved my stop loss from 30 to 25 because I see if it comes to 25, it comes come higher. So I would accept this. To me, this is acceptable. It's okay. I tried, and it did not work out, but still a few ticks in profit if you follow the system. Yes, it was hit. We're out. I would accept it. I'm okay with that. Because 30 is coming too. I see 30, I see 35. There's no need. The point is, folks, knowledge is key, right? The point is, same scenario, same scenario. Same. If I see on the, let's say this is the Nasdaq now. If I see, oh sorry, the YM. The YM, I said, okay, there's a short here, for example, right? And then I said stop loss is here. And it was short. It gave us about 12, 13 ticks in profit. Our first target was 8 to 10 ticks. We got that. 2 on 3, 2 on 2/3. So we made maybe 16 or 20 ticks. Now the stop loss was here. I said move it lower here. Why? Because if it goes back up and it breaks this continuation zone, it's going to continue all the way to the upper line. So why do I give an extra 5 ticks? So I just brought it down for safety, because I said if 25 breaks, it might go all the way to 40. So why do I give it all back? Right? So knowledge is important. Saving your or knowing your stops and saving your ticks is very important. And I have a big reason for me to call only a small profit target for the first target. Let's wait and see. Nothing at this time. No, we don't, Abby. We have the only thing we have now is a crude that started with a small scalp. I called it in the room with a small scalp, but I'm expecting 74 as an exit. It's not really a swing trade, but it's not a bad 100 ticks move, right? Other than that, Mondays usually are, setting up for the week, and I have nothing now. Okay, Carlos, email Jay for Slack, please. Tell him you're trying to get in as a trial because you tried before and you were deactivated. Maybe he will have to activate you again. Jay at thetraderinstitute.com or email me. I'll forward it to him. No worries. You're welcome. Well, finally the market moved, but it stopped us out first, right? After the first target. No, the move I saw on YM was from a long term. So I was expecting this down. However, I also expected it to maybe go up to 40 before it comes back down. I had two levels. One of them was around 20 here, 20 to 21, and the other one is 40. So let's see. I see also Nasdaq. Let's see Nasdaq. Nasdaq left something behind. Yes, backstabbed us. Yeah, it happens. It happens. Patience is key. Don't chase the trades, folks. This is where a lot of people make mistakes and they pay the big price. They would think, okay, the market broke down, but we only made a few ticks out of it. Uh, it's going to come back down. We need to chase it. So you go in and chase the trade just to see the market goes against you. You don't do that. We don't do that. Sometimes I am like 90% certain that the market will go a certain direction. I will not touch it because I don't know where the stop loss is or I don't chase. It's important to do these things, folks. It's a long-term uh, business strategy. It's not something that you do just for one day. No, I didn't. I was looking for a bit lower than 56, maybe 54 area, Patrick. Thanks, Michael. Yes, no worries. No
You
worries.
bet. Thanks, Mike.
Uh, yeah, it is. I didn't expect the market to be easy today, and it is not. But if you're keeping your crude, you might get the 100 tick for today. Let's hope for the best. Any questions, folks? It is going to be a bit slower between now and 12. Let me look into, let's look at the website here. Folks, basically, it is a trial, and a few things you need to understand. If you look at the performance page, and if you click at agree, move forward, please understand that these are the links. July so far, I think we had what, one session? Yeah, because of the holidays, because of July 1st, Canada Day, and July 4th.
We had two.
Two.
July 3rd and July 5th.
Okay.
Yep.
June, I think we ended up with 1,900 ticks. Daryl, right?
Yes, we did.
Mostly at the beginning, at the end. In the middle was very confusing, so we did not really do a lot of trading in the middle.
It's on the 28th. I mean, patience pays off. On the 28th, you had RTY, YM, and NASDAQ.
Yes.
All making 100 to 200 plus ticks.
Yes. Big runners. May,
Yep.
Same thing. I think just over 1,900 ticks. We have the resources are important. One of the things I want you to pay attention to, as I also already did, RTY is the Russell, Phil. The Russell. If you go to the trading education, as I mentioned, we have some videos to talk to you about, to tell you about our methodology, and some of them are older than others, but we started with the tape long time ago. We had different indicators, and I try to keep it simple. So now at this form, it's the simplest that we have, and it's very powerful. And as I mentioned, this video here, Adult ADD, is very important to watch. We continue to recaps, funding. If you want to go ahead and choose one of these two companies for funding that we deal with, we go to them directly. Membership, we have between now and Thursday, you will understand what we do, and hopefully you'll be interested. And if you're interested, I want you to focus on this part here. This is where you talk to Daryl, and he can tailor an entry or a level of membership for you. Okay? Any questions? Talk to Daryl.
Yep. Give me a shout.
He's right here. This is his phone number.
Yep.
You can text him, you can call him, or you can email him.
I'm a high pressure salesman. I can tell you that right now.
Oh,
I'm gonna try to talk you into making money.
He's intimidating. No, Daryl is nice. I like his approach. it reflects my personality, the room's attitude.
Yep.
He doesn't care really as long as you buy.
Yeah, it's like I said,
That's funny.
you
He
know,
doesn't care as long as
I
you buy.
I'll even give you my address. You guys ever want to come visit with me? By gosh, come visit with me. I am completely transparent, and Simon is too.
Hopefully, by the end of the week, you will see the value. Um, this is meant for stability. If you want to choose this trading as a career, you can use this for options, ETFs, forex, futures, CFDs. Um, a lot of ways to benefit from this.
Boy, the markets have just kind of dried up a little bit right now.
Yeah, crude is the only thing that we have that, it started with a very small scalp, but look, it ended up nice. We had almost, 90 ticks move.
Yep.
Yeah, hopefully tomorrow. Let's see what we have for news announcements tomorrow.
Tomorrow is just jolts. It's not a lot tomorrow either.
Ah, yes. Nothing, not much. But we might see something. Yep. Yeah, YM is back up again. I don't really see anything yet. That was the only level, and I don't chase. And as I said, 40 is possible here. 40 here. Just 41, 42 area is possible. Take care, Brad. Enjoy the day. I bet you're going golfing.
What's your handicap, Brad?
Oh, you are? I was joking. Really? Oh, good. Nice.
How many beer handicap are you?
RTY was TF in the past. It was a different, it was the ICE, and then they switched it back to CME. Well, that's the fun thing about it. Who cares if you're good or bad, as long as you have
Yep.
fun, right? The
Yep.
only sport that I have a problem with, if you're not good at it, you should not do it, is swimming.
Is that why they got lifeguards?
Exactly. Any other sport you're allowed not to be good at. Swimming is a problem. Yeah,
No, I enjoy golfing too. That's getting out there is better than watching what's on the boob tube.
exactly. Exactly, Bill. If you're not a swimmer, you go to kids' pool. and just splash. The market is slowing down. Folks, we have 10 minutes before we close the room. Please ask any questions. Um, let me know if you have any questions. I'm here to answer. If you cannot download Slack because it says you're locked or disabled or whatever, it means you were on Slack before as a trial and your email was blocked. So you need to email us and we'll reactivate it for you. And I will type it here for accessing Slack. Okay, no, sorry. I would say that level on YM seems to be very strong, but food for thought. I see a breakout to the next level. I see the YM to break out to the next level. I see the YM to come up to 24,800. So that's why I decided to not to have a bigger stop. Now I see the YM, the level that we called initially is holding, but I see actually now I see YM to go back up. If I find a trade call, I will call it. I see 24.80 right here, folks. Okay. So it's still bullish. Any questions? Um, Here's what I see on YM. YM has a chance to go up, but it also has a chance to come back down a bit lower before it goes up. Overall, I see it bullish and I see it going up to 80, 24780. Knowing, again, folks, I mentioned this, knowing the direction is not enough. Okay, it's really not enough. It's important, it's crucial, and if you want to benefit from it, you can benefit from the directions of the day or in the hour by doing options. But if you're trading and you want to have least risk available to you, you have to be patient. You have to wait for the best entry points. As you noticed, the directions that I picked for the day, all of them worked. The YM from line to line, exactly. Nasdaq, I said. It's bullish, but if it goes above this area, it's going to go higher. And we were looking for longs around 56 area or here, 40 initially. Remember 40? Crude, I called it long. First, I said it's going to go down from here to here. That was around 9 o'clock, just before 9. And then at 73, I called it long. In the room, I said 73 is a scalp long, and hopefully it will turn to a swing. So knowing is important, really. I mean, there's a difference between trading and gambling, right?
Correct. You're absolutely correct.
we are done for today. Daryl, thank you for your help. I will see you folks tomorrow. Thanks, everybody. Bill, Brad, John, Phil, Michael, Patrick, Carlos, uh, Abby, or Abe, Daniel, everybody. Thank you.
Everybody had a great day.
Thank you, Lloyd,
For,
Patrick,
for,
and
and for those that want to sign up for Simon swimming lessons,
it's free. It's free. Thank you, Lloyd. Lloyd or Lloyd. Okay, I think you mentioned it on the start. Think or swim.
think there's swim.
Yeah.
There goes the YM. She's starting to bounce up now.
Yep. I was just afraid it had a chance to come back even lower before it goes up, so I did not even bother with it. But I knew the direction. Look at the initial direction on the YM. So knowing is important, folks. And with time, you will be able to catch these big swings, big moves easily. All right, everybody. Appreciate your time.
See you in the morning, guys.
Bye for now.